Good morning, and this is a very interesting problem on the topic of a vertical circle. Okay, so if you have a vertical circle, a body in vertical circle in a vertical plane, what happens to it? Okay, so this is a case of a fighter jet pilot. Okay, fighter jet pilot. Okay, so a fighter jet pilot, has to often move in high-speed turns, and vertical circle is one of them. Now, what happens is they are subjected to huge amount of gravity, and they have to wear, what is called as an anti-gravity suit. Okay, and this prevents blackouts. Now, what is a blackout? So even the pilot is going in a vertical circle in sharp turns, the blood moves towards the brain, towards the leg and the abdomen. Okay, and then the brain has shortage of blood, and there is complete chance that the fighter jet pilot suffers from a blackout. Okay, so these fighter jet pilots are expected to wear something called as an anti-gravity suit, which takes care of the huge amount of gravity. This is not ordinary gravity, which we face on the earth. This gravity is exceptionally large. So let's concentrate on the lowermost point of the pilot's journey. Assume the velocity is 300 meter per second, and the radius of the vertical circle is in vertical plane is 900 meters. And let's see what happens. So look at this point. The seat of the pilot pushes the pilot upwards with a normal reaction of Fn, and the pilot has a weight which is W. And one important thing you have to know, that if the ratio of the normal reaction and the weight exceeds 2, the pilot is going to black out. Okay, so if he is not wearing a suit, the maximum tolerance which a pilot has is 2 times the weight, which is roughly like 2G. Okay, so when fighter pilots are flying the plane, they talk to each other in the language of G. So how many Gs are they being exposed to? So that is how they typically talk to each other. Now, if you look into this situation, you have the normal reaction coming from the seat, which is upward, the weight of the pilot, which is downward, that provides you mv squared by r. Now, Fn then can be written as mv squared by r plus w, and mass can be written as w by g, right? So because w is equal to mg, and we want to get rid of the mass, plus w, and this is your g. And then, this is your normal reaction, and this is Fn by W is equal to V squared by Rg plus 1. And this is your 300 squared divided by 900 into 10 plus 1. And if you solve this, what you get is, 9 into 10 raised to power 4 divided by 9 into 10 raised to power 3 plus 1, and this becomes equal to 10 raised to power 1 plus 1, 11, right? Now when the ratio, and this is Fn by W. So if you know that, right, the pilot will black out if he is exposed to G, which is more than 2G. But in this case, you can see that the pilot is getting exposed to G, which is around 11G, right? And that is why the pilots need an anti-gravity suit, which prevents their blackout. And this is the biology of the blackout, right? All the blood rushes towards leg and abdomen, and the brain is starved of the blood. So this is a classic case of vertical circle being studied at the bottommost point, but the play is always between the normal reaction and the weight that generally would work together to provide the net centripetal force. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for your attention.